What's going on? Ryan Troy back with another video for you today, and as you know, this will be my AD200 Pro II review. Now let's jump straight into it. One of the biggest things that has changed from this version and the last version will definitely be the user interface. Now Godox is known for being more of a budget option when it comes to strobes and flashes, but if you look at this user interface, I would say that it competes with a lot of the pro brands that are out there. And in fact, the quality of the screen and the vibrance with the colors and everything that's going on, I think that it will attract way more people, and you won't be able to tell the difference between those pro brands and the Godox brand. So along with other cosmetic changes come the LED light indicator, and what this does is change colors depending on what group that you have it with. Now this will sync up with your X3 trigger by Godox, and it is the only trigger that has this functionality. This light is really good paired with that because you can also see, what color it is, but you can take it down to that sync speed of 512, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is. If it's not 512, it's 516, but I think it's 512. But another thing that those light indicators do is when you are taking a photo and you have that recycle time, that color of that LED will go out, and when it comes back, that lets you know that you could continue taking photos. So it also works with the recycle time, because if you have it on the side, you'll be able to see it. Now, speaking about LED lights, you will be pleased to see that on both heads that come with the AD200, they have these new LED lights on them as well. And the best thing about it is you can control the color temperature of it, going from very warm all the way to very cold. So I think that this is a good addition. Now, don't get me wrong, don't expect it to be like some powerful 100-watt light, but if you want it for anything like, I don't know, getting focus or using it in the dark, it can do that no problem at all. The next thing that the AD200 Pro II takes advantage of is wireless sync. And this is, once again, with the X3 trigger. You may need to update the trigger. Now, if you want a video on how to update the trigger, just let me know in the comment section and I'll put something together. But essentially what it does is it lets you put your trigger next to the light and it puts it on the same channel. Now, personally, I wouldn't use this feature a lot, but if you are somebody that's, let's say, shooting with a friend or shooting in a studio that you are renting and they have gear available for you, it's just an easy way of putting yourself on the same channel by going to the option and putting it closer. Like I said, it's a great feature to have. Will I use it a lot? Probably not, but still, they get an A for implementing this feature into this light. It's also in the 600 Pro as well. A lot of these new features are actually coming to both. So let's talk about a reason why this light is popular, because the AD200 line is a very popular light. It's very lightweight. It can fit into your pocket. They call it a pocket flash. But think about when you are trying to, boom this all the way at the top, right? It allows you that flexibility of not having something heavy on the light stand when you are putting things in more of a dangerous situation. So, the lightweight of this product is definitely something that we have to speak about. Another thing that I'm really excited about with the new AD200 Pro is the way that you charge it. And me being the person that used my AD300 a lot, and considering the fact that they take the same battery, it makes it even better for me or people that have the AD300 as well. So I want you to take a look at the new charger. If you are familiar with the V1 or the 100 Pro, it basically was just a dock that took the USB-C. And that's exactly what this is doing. Now it also has this little thing that kind of connects to the battery, so it won't just fall straight out, no problem. But take a look at the old charger with this charger side by side, because like the footprint that this new charger leaves is it's amazing. So that's one of the biggest things that I really do love, and I may buy a couple extra ones just for my 300s as well. I tried testing both batteries and both work exactly the same. So if you are here from my last video, I pretty much did the same exact test. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on the AD200 Pro, the first one, to add it to the test. So I did it just like I did with the first one and put it up against the 300 Pro. Okay, so what I did was I put it on half power for the 200 Pro II and half power for the 300. So essentially the 300 will be shooting at about 150 watts and the 200 Pro II will be shooting at essentially about 100 watts. So what I did was I counted 3 seconds and kept popping the flash off until I saw overheating symbol. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, the thing about this one is, did it overheat? Yes, it did. But it took way more shots. I want to say about 40 shots before I got that symbol to even pop up. And even when that symbol popped up, it didn't stop me from shooting. In fact, it took me about 5 to 7 seconds to fire off a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Now, what does this mean, right? As far as like real world usage, because you may not use it at half of power and shoot 40 times every 3 seconds. That might not be, something that you do, but I still wanted to do this because of the new fans that they put on this. And that was one of the biggest issues that I spoke about before, is the fact that the fan placement on the 200 Pro was nothing like the 300s. So what they did was they added fans to every single modifier that they had. Well, it's only 2. So they added 2 fans to those modifiers as well. And what it does is it really helps with the heat, pushing it through and keeping it from overheating so fast. But like I said, I was really surprised that even when that overheating symbol came, it still shot. Like, it didn't cut off on me at all. And going 5 to 7 seconds on half power shots, that's not really that bad when I said I was doing 3 seconds for the initial test. So, 2 or 3 more seconds more to shoot isn't that bad. So what I will jump in to talk about is something that was kind of annoying at first until I realized that it was an easy fix. And basically when it came to me, both of the knobs to turn it and tighten it were on the same side, making it nearly impossible to tighten both of them. So what I ended up having to do was the part that you tie it to, or you crank it up, tighten it to the light stand. What I had to do was I had to take it off of that side and put it on the other side. And once that happened, everything was good. Not really sure why it comes like this. I'm assuming maybe it's the way that it's packaged with the little pouch, and it just makes it fit better if it's both on the same side. Don't really know. But if you are like me, getting frustrated or running your hands into the other side, just switch it out. And now we come to my conclusion of the AD200 Pro II. And do I recommend it now? Do I think that you should get the 300 over it? I will say this. If money is not an issue, I am always going to say the 300 Pro over this. And the only reason for that is modifiers, right? Yes, the 200 Pro have a lot of things, that Godox make to take advantage of the head. They have a lot. But the thing that I really love about the 300 is the ability to be able to use the Godox mount. And in the new video that I put out about a month ago, this new type of adapter that's really thin that lets you take advantage of it. Because when using the 200 Pro, you got to use that S2 adapter, and I really don't like it. Like, imagine bringing all of this right here in this pouch and then having to also bring the S2 bracket or adapter or whatever. Me personally, I rather just bring my 300. Now that's if money isn't an option. Now if money is an option, this is still a great light. The overheating issue has dramatically reduced. So all of those reasons for why I didn't recommend that light are kind of gone away now. If you are in the studio, it's really not anything that you cannot use this light for. This light should be able to cover anything you are doing in a studio. Taking it outside, Personally, with me, I would say I would use it more as a backlight more than a main light, unless it's darker outside or something like that. But overall, this is a good light. This light is a very popular light, and with anything that is as popular as this is good reason for it. So I don't want to sit here and bash this strobe as I do about all of the other videos with the strobe that was made before this. I do like the new additions that they brought with the LED, with the user interface, with all of that. I think that was very important for them to do, and they knocked it out of the park. It's really not much you can expect them to do with something that is as small as it is. They gave us fans to stop the overheating, which is one of my biggest concerns that I raised towards Godox. So I'm happy that they listened to somebody and decided to change it. So that's my conclusion. I am Ryan Troy. If you haven't so far, like this video, subscribe to the channel if this video was helpful, and until the next time, peace.